Awesome. So super excited, super pumped. Give me a quick feedback if you can see us, if you can hear us. Yes, the call will be in English. That was the question. But before, I will do a quick introduction in German, and then we will pass over to our VIP guest. All right, guys. So ganz kurz in Deutsch. Also dieser Call wird stattfinden auf Englisch, komplett, okay? Einfach, weil es leichter ist und wir so viel mehr Informationen transportieren können. Wir werden den nachher aber natürlich launchen und wahrscheinlich auch untertiteln für diejenigen, die mit Englisch Probleme haben, okay? So, once again, this call will be complete in English, and I would say, welcome. We have the honor for the first time ever having you in one of our calls. So here is... Let me introduce you, because I had the honor to introduce you in Berlin. And in Berlin at the Get It All event where I was hosting, we had the time to talk a little bit. So we had a nice evening, so I could hear more about your story. And the easiest way to describe our guest today is she is the one behind like almost everything, you know, Network Marketing Pro, okay? She produces the thing. She's the... she's the inventor of the most powerful women in network marketing. But what have blown me away was our first conversation when we were standing on the stairs and you were just talking a little bit on how you see network marketing, what is happening, where are the lags and stuff. And I said, man, we need to get you on a call. And here you are. So welcome, everyone. Please, everyone, welcome Marina Vori.
Well, thank you so much for a beautiful introduction. And yeah, you're right. You introduced me in Germany. And first of all, for all of you speaking German, I'm sorry. I don't speak your language. So you will have to kind of like force through this call. And if you understand a little English, I hope that I can bring you some good ideas, some good insights. And this time will be valuable for you. But on the other side, I just, those of you who were in Germany, in Berlin, I want to say hello again, and I'm excited to see you guys. And those of you who are seeing me for the first time, here I am. So I hope that you will like me after this call as well.
Oh, I'm 100% sure that you like you. And one thing what everybody asked for is basically, or why people love the idea talking to you, is specifically those people who have seen you on stage. Because people mostly see Eric, obviously, because he's the front person, let's say. But the front person cannot be that good without having somebody supporting from the back. But like the number one thing I loved the most was the part you guys have done together. And like the part about relationship, about community, about like everything what makes our industry so worth it. Yeah. So no worries, people will love you. So
yeah.
let's dive in, because I prepared a little bit, which I usually never do, but I got many questions from people. So let's go into that. Marina, as most people know your husband, what's your story?
Well, my story is, some people, it's interesting because some people think that my introduction to network marketing was when I met Eric Worre and I married him. My introduction to network marketing started a little earlier than that. I started my own business when I was 18 years old. I joined my first network marketing company when I was 21 years old. And the company actually that I was working with was Austrian based. So I'm kind of like a little bit familiar with German Austrian culture. I know you guys are like tuck on time, so it's everything is great. So I started my business when I was 21 inside of network marketing profession. And it's been an amazing experience for me because I absolutely love to be surrounded with big thinkers, with big visionaries, with people who have much bigger dreams. And I absolutely loved the ability to spend as much time with them as possible. And at the time, our company was doing like a seminars once a month, and they were all either in Czech Republic or in Bulgaria or somewhere. So I was always like sometimes in Austria. So I was always like once a month, I would go to those seminars just because the ability to, you know, learn from all these amazing and powerful people, even though I was already a business owner at the time. Yes, I was still young and obviously learning. I'm still learning even today, but it was for me such a breath of fresh air to be around these amazing people. So I built this business for quite some time. And then when my generic business did not needed my attention, I found myself that I became a single mom, and that was not the situation that I was prepared. So I needed to kind of like pause a little bit my network marketing business, because I just did not have enough time to take care of my kids and my business that I had. So I stopped building network marketing for a little bit, and then when I found myself, and those of you who don't know me, I was born and raised with the message that I'm smart, I can do everything I want in life, I can achieve a lot of great things, and I was naive enough, and I believed that. I was little. What do you want? But so I started living my life with this whole mentality that I can move the mountains if I need to. And obviously the life started happening to me like it does to everybody else. And when I found myself being a single mom, when I found myself losing all of my assets, when I found myself at the lowest point of my life, when not that I was just broke financially, I was also heartbroken because the marriage that I had was not the healthiest, obviously. And I was not physically abused, but I was verbally abused to the point that I lost the belief to myself. I lost the belief in myself. I lost confidence. I lost all of those things. And for those of you who were ever physically abused, my heart goes to all of you. You guys are my heroes. And it's hard, it's challenging. But for me personally, I think that I can take a punch. You know, I can take a physical pain, but when you crush my soul, when you break my heart, for me, it's much harder, because I could not, you know, I felt like the lowest of the low, because I was looking in myself in the mirror and I did not respect that person. I did not like that person more than liking. I hated that person because, in my opinion, she was a failure in every single way. She failed as a mom because now her kid's gonna be growing up without a father. She failed as a wife. She failed as a business owner. So she failed on all the counts. So, and that was kind of like my situation. So I was broken financial, broke with broken heart and broke financially. And that's the time when I met my husband, Eric Worre, and he played a huge part in me finding myself back, in me finding my voice back, and finding that strong and powerful woman again. So it took me years to get to where I am today. So those of you who are seeing me and thinking is like, oh my gosh, she's a badass, whatever, and I want to be like her one day. First of all, I want to tell you, yes, you absolutely can. And second thing is, I am who I am today because of the challenges and obstacles that I had to go through in my life. And I would not change any of them, because I would not be today with you guys, and I would not meet the man of my dreams, because our past probably would take us in a different direction if I made different choices in life. So I want to tell you, to whatever challenges you might be going through, just know that you can do it. You can face different fears and obstacles that life is bringing to you. You are not alone, and absolutely there is a brighter side on in every story, and it's in your hands how you can you know, the life that you dream, you can build it. Absolutely, I truly believe that. So that's kind of like, that's been my introduction. And just go ahead with your questions, because otherwise you'll have to shut me up, because I can continue to talk.
Guys, if you love this story and this message, please do it easy. Just put a 1 in the chat, okay? Because I know that not everybody has the emojis. I think you touched some hearts here already. And I need to clarify one thing, okay? It's not the blueprint for success to be a single mom, okay? I just wanted to
Yes.
clarify
Yes.
that.
And you don't have to go through divorce. You don't have to be a single mom. You don't have to fail miserably in your personal life and your financial life and entrepreneurial ventures. Absolutely not. And you're absolutely right, Fabian. But I just want, I think,
as you know, we have very successful women at the top who went something through a similar situation, and that's why I needed to mention it.
yeah, no, absolutely. You're totally right. But we all have different journeys. We all live our life through the obstacles and challenges that we have, that we faced. And based on how we react to those obstacles and challenges will determine who we are moving forward, and will determine our future. So yeah, I know a lot of amazing people who did not have to go through these kind of circumstances, but trust me, they had their own challenges. They had their own fears that they had to overcome. They had their own circumstances that were not pleasant. Because one of the things that, a lot of people think that everybody at the top either have a magic wand, or they know a secret, or they just got lucky. And I want to tell all of you that I haven't met yet one single successful person who either did not work his butt off or her butt off to get there. Yeah, obviously, if you were born with a huge inheritance, that's probably going to be one case scenario, but most of us will not be. I definitely was not born with that. And there is one skill set to earn the living and prosperous life, and there is another skill set to maintain. Even if you inherited something, there is another skill set to maintain and multiply that wealth as well. So those people are faced with different challenges, but one of the things that I want to mention again is all the people at the top, they're just like you and me. They're no different. They don't have magical talents or secrets or anything like that. They just face the different challenges and obstacles in a little bit different manner or attitude, if you will. They go through them instead of running away from them.
We have to clarify here, you're saying all who are very successful. We have to clarify that your surroundings are the likes of Tony Robbins, Richard Branson, all the $1 million earners in network marketing, Magic Johnson, just to name a few. So we now a surrounding of the most highly successful people, and they all have a story like that, right?
Yep. I mean, like I said, it doesn't matter if you're in network marketing or if you're in any other business, it doesn't matter, because if you look around, like all these amazing and powerful athletes that we admire, or celebrities or movie stars, we have, there is a very small percentage of them that gets to the top, but there are thousands and millions of people who try, who aspire to be an astronaut, who aspire to be, that first person to step on the moon, who aspire to earn that gold medal or something. But guess what? They all have to go through a lot of different challenges and obstacles in order, first of all, to be able to compete on that high level. And only one person in the case of the professional athletes becomes a gold medalist in specific sport. Only a few people, only 11 guys gonna make it to the team in soccer, in football in Europe. So only few people actually reach the top of the different professions inside of network marketing. If we reflect back to what we have, there is no limit. There is no limit in the spot of the 7-figure earner or multiple 6-figure earner, not in your company, not in network marketing in general. But here's the thing, nobody gonna bring this success to you on a silver platter. You have to earn it. You have to develop the skills necessary. You have to develop the mindset necessary to become that rock star, to become that leader that a lot of people will listen and follow and admire. So it's gonna take time, but it's absolutely doable.
Awesome, amazing message. I love that, specifically in the very difficult times we have right now. And that would be the next question, the next topic. How do you see the current situation? Because you have like kind of the objective view on the whole industry. Most of us, we have the view on one company. So how do you see the situation? What are the chances? What are the difficulties right now?
Well, first of all, obviously, we live in unprecedented circumstances, because the situation that it's happening right now, it's not affecting just one company, one country. It's affecting the entire world. It's affecting every single person in the world in one way or the other, either through the health challenges, financial challenges, or any other challenges. So we in it together, guys, like everybody around the world. But what I'm seeing, first of all, is one of the things that I want to tell you right away. The winter that we're in right now, even though it's a spring on the calendar, the winter that we're in, the season, is gonna pass. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but it's gonna pass. And the spring is coming. We all gonna go through this. We all gonna survive. I mean, not all, but majority of the people gonna survive through this corona, financially, physically, emotionally, and in a lot of different ways. So I wanna tell you, first of all, be careful and make sure you guard your mind from the negative information that it's right now is just going crazy because, you know, all the news on the TV or every time you turn on radio or any channel is like, the biggest message right now, all the media outlets are saying is the sky is falling and the pink monkey is going to jump tomorrow on the planet Earth and we're all going to die. Well, I want to tell you, we're not going to die, all of us. Yes, there are going to be people that their health is drastically challenged. And yes, some people will die. And that's an absolutely tragic situation. But here's the thing. With all the scary messaging that is happening, with all the breaking news that is happening around the world, I want you to be mindful. What are you letting into your mind? Because it's important, because that will reflect that negative information, first of all, can hurt you physically, because even I'm being a strong person and investing a lot of money in my personal development, if my TV is constantly chirping on me like the sky is falling, the sky is falling, at some point I have like a physical chest pain because of all this stress, because of all this negativity out there. And I understand that even I was not necessarily listening, subconsciously this message was dripping on me, so I need to immediately turn it off. And I'm not saying that you need to be ignorant, absolutely not. You need to know what's happening. But what I'm saying is that don't be glued to your TVs 24/7. You don't need all these messages 24/7. Turn on your TV 5-10 minutes in the morning. That's all you need, because then they're going to repeat the same message for hours and hours, not end. And then turn on your TV. By the end of the day, you see what happened during the day and turn it off. Instead of that, feed your mind with the positive, jumping on calls like this, reaching out to your leaders, reaching out to your community, improving your skills, learning something new, learning the skills necessary, developing your mindset, becoming a better leader. Those are the things that are important to you, because like I said, once we go out of this winter, your spring results gonna depend on what are you doing right now. And if right now you're putting your head in the sand, you will lose, because in every situation, in all scary and challenging times, there are going to be winners and they're going to be losers. And people who are taking the opportunity and taking all this seriously and not taking advantage of people, but taking advantage of the situation by, through your products and through your opportunity, sharing the light, sharing the hope, sharing the beautiful and powerful message that you all guys have. One of the things that I'm seeing right now more than anything, and I wanted to bring to your attention, is there are two different trends that are happening right now on social media. One of them is all the network marketers who, especially those of you who just getting started and still kind of like developing your skills, or even if you've been in a company or in a profession for quite some time, but did not necessarily have the level of success that you would like. I know that you went through the pain of rejection, when people were laughing at you, when people were pointing fingers and calling you crazy. I know all of that because I've been there. I had that and I lived through those times too. But what I want to encourage all of you, don't use this as your opportunity to punch back. Don't use this as an opportunity to take cheap shots at people who laughed at you a while ago and show them who is right and who is wrong now. Because all these people are hurting. They're hurting for real. Millions of people are fired and losing their jobs. Like, I live in Las Vegas. And as you probably know, in Las Vegas, most of our businesses are casinos, restaurants, nightclubs, shops, and different shows, okay? Nobody's going to those places right now. So all of those businesses are shut down and all of these people are left without the job. So in Las Vegas specifically, we have over 40% unemployment. So all of these people are scared to death. They're going home and they're praying for solution. They're hoping for somebody to show up and show them the light, give them the hope. So instead of keeping score, you be that light. You be that hope. You go back to these people, not to keep score, but truly care and truly help them with your products and with your opportunity, because they really need it. That's one extreme. On the other extreme, and I feel like in network marketing, we just love those kind of extremes. So on the other extreme, we go out, and especially right now, because everybody's glued to the social media, because that's where we all interact most of the time, because you cannot meet in hotels anymore. There is no belly to belly, person to person meeting in Starbucks anymore. In most cases, they're not. So everybody's living on social media and everybody communicating through social media. So another extreme that I'm seeing is people overstating either the product or opportunity like crazy. They're saying like, oh, my product gonna cure cancer, my product gonna cure COVID-19, my product and blah, blah, blah. It's like, come on, guys, be responsible. Don't overstate your product. Even if it does help with issues, even if it helps people to improve their health, improve their immune system, and your skincare products or other products that you guys have, don't overstate them. They're already amazing. You don't need to overpromise something ridiculous, okay? So that's on one side. On the other side, don't overpromise your opportunity either, because all of these people are really struggling. They're worried about how they're gonna buy the food tomorrow to feed their kids. So don't tell them that they're gonna be rich tomorrow. Don't tell them by just joining your company or joining your team, they will be a 6- and 7-figure earner overnight. We're not growing magic beans here. We are business. We are legitimate business with normal business rules that apply to all of us. It's gonna take time for you to develop your skills. It's gonna take time for you to build a team. It's gonna take time for you to become a leader. It's gonna take time for you to transfer your belief, your leadership, your vision, and the skills, so your team has all of that, so the duplication finally starts kicking in. It's gonna take time. It's like building a home. You cannot build a home on a sand foundation. Yes, I wish we all can have a home on, I don't know, on Ibiza Beach in Monaco and stuff like that. And yes, you can have a home there, but you cannot build it on sand. You need to build it on a solid foundation, and that solid foundation takes time. So don't overstate to all these people that they're gonna be rich tomorrow, because you and I know it's not true. And we don't want them to come to this business, especially in these challenging times, and be hurt even more. But guess what you can tell them? Because you guys have amazing products, right? So you can tell them that how, and show them how people can make immediate cash right now by buying the products at the wholesale price from the company and reselling it to your customers. They can immediately make that little margin. And in most cases, 2, 3, 500 euros is exactly what these people need right now. It's enough for them to go buy groceries, to buy medication, and survive for a little bit longer, I know in the United States, and I'm pretty sure in Europe, it's the same situation, that most of the families worldwide have about 1 or 2 months savings to live without income. So that means that when the money run out, all these people will not have the food over the table, in most cases, no roof over their head, and be homeless and jobless and being on a welfare. So make sure that you be responsible in how you present your opportunity. Show them how they can make immediate cash right now. And at the same time, tell them, it's like, hey, I understand if this is something that you want to do just through this pandemic, just through this scary times, that's fine too. But if you see the opportunity, if you want to lock arms with me and build a serious business here, let me show you how you can do it. And let me show you what it's going to take for you to become a leader, for you to make that much money, whatever amount of money it is. So give them the real picture, give them the real expectation, so the people can go into our business with open eyes. Because this is one of the reasons why people inside of network marketing, I mean, not people inside of network marketing, but why network marketing has such a challenging brand around the world, why most people don't view that either as a legitimate business opportunity or don't necessarily think that it's something to be proud of. Because we are responsible for that. Because sometimes, especially when we're just getting started, we're so excited. We're like that little puppy running around and peeing at every corner. And we overstating and overpromising, and we telling people ridiculous stories that are not real. You and I know this business is hard. And it takes time, and it takes time to, be amazing and powerful leader in this business. But guess what? They can do it, and you can do it, and they can do it as well. But if you give people realistic expectation, if they understand that this is business, because guess what? People will trust you when you tell them that it's hard, it takes work, it's gonna take time, it's gonna take grit. When you tell this kind of story to the people, they will trust you way more, because that's how it's everything in the world. I mean, unless you win in lottery, which you're gonna more likely lose that money a year from now and gonna be miserably unhappy even before you won that money. Unless you have that, most people know that everything of substance takes time, it takes investment, it takes skills, and just tell people for what it is. Yes, network marketing is not perfect, but in my opinion, it's better. It's better because I am a business owner, okay? Our company, Network Marketing Pro, is a small company, and Eric and I, as business owners, we had to look around and see what's happening worldwide and make certain adjustments to the existing situation. And one of those changes was that, first of all, we had to look at our expenses as a company, and of course as a family, and see what are the expenses that I don't need and cut them off right away. And at the same time, wages and salaries are probably one of my biggest expenses, because I have employees, I have the team who helps me to build this business, who helps me to bring all this value to you guys. So I had to look at that side of the expense. And Eric and I, we made a decision that we're not gonna fire anybody, because I wanna keep my team in place, because I know, and Eric knows, this time gonna pass. This also will pass, and we will all come out of that stronger and more powerful than ever before. So I wanted to keep my team, and also because I have the responsibility to all of these families, because I cannot leave them on the street on their own in these challenging circumstances. So what we did, we decided as a team to cut the salaries across the board. We as owners, we took the bigger cut, and then my executives took a bigger cut, and like we trickled it down to people who are making less and less. We took almost nothing from them. So as a team together, we made that effort, and that's how we're gonna go through challenging times. But guess what? Your company owners, they're doing the same thing right now, because they're having sleepless nights, knowing that in order for you guys to have the business opportunity tomorrow, they have to make sure that the teams are in place, the corporate staff is doing what they need to do, the supply chain is uninterrupted, so you have the products to sell, so your checks are paid on time, so you guys continue to build a business. And I'm not telling all of you this to scare you, but I'm telling you this so you can appreciate and understand how amazing it is, especially at this time, to be a distributor for a company and not owning your own company, because you guys have an unlimited upside as a typical entrepreneurship, and way more than typical entrepreneur, because you have the leverage through building the teams, through building your business worldwide, without having all these downside. So on one side, I want all of you to understand how amazing it is for your personal business and for your personal growth and future. But I also want to encourage all of you to spread this message to your customers and your prospects, because they need to see and understand that network marketing is such an amazing opportunity that you can build even in these challenging times, that you can build from home, you can do it online, you can do all of these amazing things and create unlimited income without having all this struggle. So I just want you guys to understand that network marketing is pretty amazing. Even though it's not perfect, it's still pretty powerful.
Amazing. And I'm so happy that we record everything, because there were so many nuggets. I started writing a little bit to do a wrap up, but forget about that. It was just too much. But just three things I want to mention is what I loved a lot was being responsible in those times. That's what I love, because that's exactly what I was seeing scrolling through Instagram, as you said. But also see the opportunity, because we really have something what can help. And the other thing I noted was being interested in people and talk to them with the willing of caring for them. And
Right.
I love that message. Right now, it's so crazy, because there's some positive what I see about the whole situation. And that is how creative and innovative people become. So suddenly, like, for example, our chief visionary officer of our company literally started going on the team calls now, what never happened before. And that had such a huge impact. Then a totally different thing, nothing to do with network marketing. My gym, I do CrossFit, okay? Gym is closed, obviously. So I got a phone call, hey, do you want to do CrossFit? I said, yeah, of course. Okay, here's what we do. We're going to deliver you all equipment every Sunday. And then for the whole week, we do training online with the whole group. I mean, how cool is that, you know? Just the innovation of it. And I call it e-training now. So I see a lot of positive things. And that's my next question now. How do you see the future of network marketing? Because let me explain quickly. It's not the first time that we have a recession. I mean, network marketing exists since 1903. If we take like the Watkins Corporation as the beginning, but we had the Spanish flu, we had the recession, we had 2 world wars, we had the 87, we had the 2000.com, we had the 2008, and here we are in 2020. So, how do you see the future of network marketing?
Well, first of all, you're absolutely right, because we've been through a lot, and network marketing as a profession in general does really, really well in the recession times. Nothing does good in the depression, because when depression time hits, I mean, everybody is depressed and nobody's moving. But recession is something that a lot of companies actually strive. And I don't know if you guys know this, but 50% of Fortune 500 companies have been born in situations like this, because they were established out of the necessity, out of the need, out of the desire to help, out of the desire to change something and bring something positive or the opportunity to people. So, I mean, understand that, like I said at the beginning, in all hard times, they're gonna be winners and losers. And it's up to you to decide on which side of the spectrum you're gonna be. You, as a network marketers, you need to all understand that this is right now a winter time that we're gonna pass, but you need to see and this specific season as the opportunity for you to plant the seeds of either personal development when the spring comes, that you're ready, that you're equipped, you have the vision necessary, you have the skills necessary, you have the experience necessary to go out and take that market share. Because majority of the people right now are paralyzed with fear. They're not doing anything. And all this market, all of those people are left for you to take it. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying to take advantage of people, but take advantage of this opportunity that you have in front of you. Your products can help people to live a healthier and more fulfilling life. And your opportunity can help people to improve their financial situation, and not just for their loved ones, but for the people for generations to come. So you need to view this as an opportunity that you need to step in. All the leaders are born in situations like this, because people look left, people look right, and see there is nobody's sharing the message of hope. Nobody is leading all these people who are scared. Then they decide, it's like, okay, temporary, while nobody's doing it, I'll be a leader. And they step into these roles of leadership. And this is the perfect time for you to become a leader if you're not yet. And if you're already a big leader, now is the time for you to shine and be that beacon of hope, be that beacon of light to your team and everybody who is looking out for you. So I think that network marketing has an amazing future. And we because like I'm doing these calls for a long time now, and I do 5-6 of them a day with different teams around the world. I just spoke with another team in Europe. In the morning, I spoke with another team in Asia, and I was already speaking with some people in the United States. So across the globe, people experiencing growth in network marketing. Why? Because first of all, everybody is going to work from home. And some of the jobs you cannot do from home. You know, you cannot service food in the restaurant from home. You cannot, you know, if the movie theater is closed, you cannot provide that service. If the hotel is closed, you cannot provide that service. So some of those people cannot do their job from home, but they need to do something. And they start looking for different options. They start looking for different opportunities. So I think that a lot of people will join your company specifically for your products. I think a lot of people are going to join your company for the opportunity for financial change. But I think that a lot of people, and this is another great opportunity that we all have inside of network marketing, a lot of people will join network marketing profession in general for the sense of community, for the sense of belonging, because right now more than ever, people want to be part of something. People want to be part of a group of people united with the same goals, with the same dreams, passionate and positive people, because through all this doom and gloom that it's happening out there in the world, people need a little bit of a positivity, and they looking for that as a breath of fresh air. So you can be that breath of fresh air. And like you said, the creativity that right now is happening around the world is just amazing, because I'm seeing a lot of people adopting to the new norm, to the new things that how we live our lives on a daily basis, which is completely different than from what it was 2-3 weeks from now for majority of the people. You and I doing this business for a long time, we used to work from home. So for me, not much change, except of me not traveling as much or at all at this point. I'm busier than I ever was. I'm jumping from one call to another call. I'm creating one online event, and then I'm working on another project, and then I'm working on a lot of different things. So I don't know who has the slow down time. I haven't noticed that. I'm really, really busy. And the same thing with Eric. So, I mean, it's totally up to you how you see this situation. And if you find it as a permission for you to hide and cross your fingers and hope for the best, or if you find this existing situation as the opportunity for you to invest in yourself, to invest in your mindset. Like you mentioned, all the amazing friends that we have. I mean, first of all, I was not born with these friendships, okay? I earned my way into those circles. And Eric also earned his way into some of these powerful circles, because either providing, first of all, becoming myself an influencer, or helping and providing something positive and necessary for those people so they can include me in this group. So right now, the law of association is the most important law that you need to remember. It's probably right now more true than ever, because you need to pay close attention to the people that you're surrounding yourself with. Some people you need to unfriend in real life. Some people you need to quarantine yourself in real life, and not because of the health challenge, but because of the influence that they're providing on you. Because like I said, it's a really big deal for you to understand that whatever you're putting into your head, that's what you expect to put out. If you're putting garbage in, they're going to be garbage out. So you need to make sure that you surrounding yourself with people who are going to stretch you, who are going to push you, who are going to excite you, who are going to give you great ideas. Like we have one of the programs that we have in our company is the Next Level Mastermind, that in my opinion is probably one of the coolest programs that we ever created, because the average income in that group is almost $800,000 a year. So all these people are powerful stars in a lot of different companies, and they're sharing their best ideas, their best practices, how exactly they're going through these challenging times in their teams. What are the new initiatives they are implementing to keep their team together, to keep their team informed, to keep their team excited. So that kind of a mastermind is really, really important, especially during this kind of time, because you need somebody to fill your cup. Because in order for me to show up on this call and fill your guys' cup, I need to have somebody who can help me fill up my cup. I need to have somebody who tells me, Marina, you're playing small. You need to play bigger. You need to go farther. You need to run faster, because we only have so much time on this planet. And I want to make sure that I create an impact when I'm gone, so people will remember me like person who wanted to change lives, the person who wanted to bring a positive influence and change to a million people around the world, because that's how you and I are gonna live forever. That's why I'm so excited jumping in calls like this, because I can reach all of these people on this call, but not only you guys, because hopefully you will get some good ideas. Hopefully you're gonna get a little bit more inspired, and you're gonna go out and you're gonna share this message, and that ripple effect through the whole profession is going to be huge. This is the reason why I'm doing call after call after call. I already did 3 and I'm still doing another 3 today. And it's Saturday, it's my weekend, right? Because I want to help you see the better future, and I want to help you to go and help me to change the world, because by myself I cannot do this. But with all of your help, we can actually create a positive change. And that's not just fancy words, that's the reality. So understanding those important moments and important things that you need to pay attention to right now is huge. And also, like you said, with your CrossFit example, Eric and I, we have 5 kids together, and my youngest is the 14-year-old, is the only one who is living in the house with us right now. So yes, obviously he's out of school, so they're staying home, they're doing online trainings and lessons every morning. So I have more time that I'm spending with him and talking about business, because he's that kind of guy who is interested in business. So I'm explaining to him, what am I doing as a business owner? What am I doing as a leader in the profession, jumping on the calls like this and doing whatever I'm doing. So I'm explaining him what's happening with the stock market and why it's dropping down right now and why it's okay and nobody needs to panic and we're going to ride this wave and it's going to be fine. So I'm having those kind of conversations. And one of the nights he's like, okay, mom, I got to go. And I was like, well, what are you doing? Where are you going? What's happening? And he's like, oh, I need to go play Monopoly with my friends. I was like, what do you mean Monopoly with your friends? So those kids, they found the app where they can all play together as a group. And a couple nights before that, they were all watching a movie. So they picked the movie as a group and they were watching, they had a movie night. Everybody's sitting in their home, in their own bedrooms with the popcorn or whatever, and watching the movie all together, kids united from around the globe, watching the same movie, being connected. So right now, I think it's important for us, yes, to be mentors to our kids and help them go through these challenging times and explain the situation, how we see it, and with our personal example to show them what are we doing about it, but also learn from them, because those guys are so creative. If you don't know the apps I'm talking about, I don't even remember their names. Go ask your teenager kids. They will tell you, they know what I'm talking about. So they can help you. So we need to learn from them how to socialize, how to utilize different technology, different mediums, and still stay connected, because social distancing does not mean social isolation. Now more than ever, we need to be more united. We need to be inspiring each other. And if you guys decide, and I don't know what are the initiative that you guys are doing, because you have a lot of amazing, powerful leaders in your company and in your team that my dear, dear friends, most of them. So I think that like, for example, if you decide to do movie night as a team, that may be something to bring a lot of people together. But I would inspire you and encourage you, don't limit it just to your team. Invite everybody, invite your friends, invite your neighbors, invite the people that are not in network marketing profession. They're maybe just your customer, or maybe not even a customer. Invite them, be part of it, because guess what? When they see how amazing and powerful this group is, they would want to be part of it. They would want to be part of what you guys doing, part of your mission. And eventually they may consider this is to be something that they want to do as a business, or just to be a product user. So find these creative ways right now to stay in touch with people, and also to build your brand, and also not necessarily, shoving your product or your opportunity in people's face. Don't reach out to people just for that reason. Be a friend, be human, be a normal person. Reach out to people because you truly care. Reach out to them because maybe just ask if you can help. How are they coping with the existing situation? Because trust me, inside of network marketing, the personal development, all of those things are really important. But the outside world does not understand this concept. They're not exposed to this amount of personal development or positive thinking like we are. So you can all be mentors and teachers for majority of your friends and family. And with the information that you already have, you can be that beacon of light for them and show them that we can all get through this together.
Awesome. There's a perfect transition now, because you said, again, so many cool things. So I need to put my focus on one. You said leaders are born in those difficult times. And we had a chat about what's the biggest obstacle right now in the network marketing industry overall. I don't know if you remember, you said it's the lack of leadership right now. So that's another thing I just see. It's such a big opportunity now to fill that gap finally, right? Could you quickly explain what you meant by lack of leadership and how can people take that opportunity now?
Well, back to our conversation that we had in Germany, a lot of the companies, and it's pretty much happening in any business in the world. So the companies grow, right? There is a growth curve, and then the companies either plateau or they decline, depends on what's happening. Either sometimes company grows really, really fast, and because of that, they don't have enough money to continue to invest in the product, or they can continue to expand their team or whatever it might be. Inside of network marketing, what I'm seeing, because a lot of the companies grew so fast, and the volume brought the company and helped them go through the billion-dollar line really fast. But here's the thing, you cannot geometrically grow for a certain amount of years. It's just not sustainable. So that's why we've seen that some of the companies plateau and some of the companies inside of network marketing taking a deep dive down. And this is not necessarily a sign that something is happening in the profession. And this is not neither a sign that something is happening with the company either. But this is the sign that there are very few leaders in the company, and they just either tired or they're spread too thin, and they just cannot maintain on their shoulders the volume that the company created because of this exponential growth. So what needs to happen right now more than ever, the leadership needs to become thicker, and there needs to be more and more leaders on the higher levels who can lead those teams, because there are different levels of duplication. Some people get confused because they think that if they only learn the 7 skills that Eric is teaching, that's all they need to know in network marketing. Yes, it's a very solid and important base that you need to know. But guess what? Then there is a next level of duplication that not everybody gonna do, is doing the hotel meetings or doing the Zooms or doing the lives on Facebook or Instagram or all of those things. Smaller amount of people gonna learn this skill set and gonna do it. So does that mean because everybody is not doing it, few people shouldn't do it? No, it doesn't. It just means that it's a different level of duplication and fewer people gonna do it. And then it goes up and up. It's like smaller amount of people gonna put on their own event as a team. I know you guys have an amazing culture of events. You putting the team events that most of the companies don't have their company event size. You know, you have huge team events, and it's important and it's amazing because some of your leaders are very, very, very high level, but it's only small amount of them. You need to grow the amount of those powerful leaders. So what needs to happen inside of our profession is those guys who are at the top, they need to reach down and ask people who is willing, who wants to be a top income earner in our team, who wants to change lives, who wants to do what I'm doing, and let me teach you. And you, through certain questions, you can, yes, you give them some assignments, because guess what? A lot of people are going to raise their hand, but very few of them actually going to follow up and do something. So you need to, first of all, as a leader, you don't need to be stressed out that you cannot bring everybody to the top, because you just physically cannot. Some people want to do more, some people don't. Some people are absolutely happy making their 300-500 euros a month, and that's all they can dream about, and that's all they will ever make. And that's fine, that's cool. But you need to ask the question in your organization, who wants to do more? Who wants to become more? Who wants to be the top income earner in my company? And let me help you. Give them small assignments, and based on those assignments, you either continue to work with them and continue to develop them, or you can challenge them and say, hey, you told me you want to be a leader, but I asked you to do this and this and this, and you didn't do it. Why? Were you joking when you said you want to be a leader? Or something happened in your life that you needed to take that little breather? So give them a chance. Don't immediately discourage them and say, it's like, oh, because you didn't do something, so you out. Find out, maybe something happened in their life and they had to take that pause. They had to take that step back. But if you're seeing that they're not interested to do what it takes, then they're probably, you should let them be. And when the time comes, and if they decide to step up, that's wonderful. But work with the willing, work with the people who are hungry, work with the people who are expressing their interests, not in just in their words, but through their actions. And pour all your knowledge, pour all your wisdom into them, and help them to become a leader, because it takes time. On average, it takes 2 to 3 years for the person to become a leader after they made a decision, because you need to develop the skills. But another important thing that you need to develop, it's your mindset, your understanding of how business works. Because a lot of people come to network marketing as employees, with the employee-minded mentality. They don't come to network marketing seeing this as a business opportunity and saying like, oh my gosh, this is the profession. Let me learn the skills. Let me develop my mindset. Very, very few people come with that kind of logic into our business or any business. They just think it's like, oh, let me find Fabian, or like Fabian, let me find somebody like Stefania, let me find somebody like Damien, and hopefully if I recruit them in my organization, they're going to do all the work for me. But it doesn't work like this. Yes, 1 in a million, maybe you will find a rock star like them. But if that's your only business plan, to find a rock star and hope that they will do all the work for you, I'm sorry, your future may not be as bright as you hope it to be. You need to become a leader yourself. You need to develop as many leaders as you possibly can in your organization. And one of the stories, that I'm seeing right now happening a lot in our profession, one of the concepts I want you guys to understand, that inside of network marketing, the amount of money that you're making is the true reflection of how many people you were able to help and change their lives. If you're making very little amount of money, that means that you need to get better. You need to develop your skills. You need to develop your leadership. You need to help and paint the vision to all these people so they can inspire and aspire to be better. So if you just on that growth, congratulations, and please don't stop. Okay, but if you are a 7 or a significant 6-figure earner on this call right now, my challenge for all of you, don't stop. Don't stop, please, because I'm seeing, leaders are getting to the certain level of success, especially when their bills are paid, when they bought whatever fancy car they wanted, they bought the fancy home they wanted, they have everything they wanted in life, and now they're just like, kicking back and sitting back and just like, yeah, my life is good, and they're falling into the success coma. I want to challenge all of you. I'm seeing people retiring at 30, 40 years old. Like, come on, guys, come on. Yes, you deserve it. Yes, I know you work your butt off to get to that top. But I feel like right now you have the responsibility to share that knowledge, because you have what it takes. You know what it takes, and you can explain to all of these people, millions of people who are looking with their eyes at you and begging for you to pay attention to them and help them, lift them up, and teach them the skills and the mindset necessary to get to the top. Because guess what? Once you're at the top of the mountain, the view is amazing. It's absolutely gorgeous and breathtaking. But if you're the only person at the top to enjoy it, it's not so much fun. Like I said, yes, you deserve all the fancy cars, all the fancy homes, all of that. It's totally cool, and it's totally fine to have all of that. And I encourage and I challenge you to have it all, because this world has unlimited abundance for everybody. The place at the top is not limited for the lucky few. The place at the top is spacious and huge, and everybody can get there. But once you get to the top of that building, send the elevator down and bring as many people as possibly with you. And how you do that? Through your leadership, through your mentorship, through attaching those people to your hip and teaching them and helping them to see bigger picture and believe in themselves and get themselves to the top as well.
That was the perfect message to end the call. I love it. Super inspirational, guys. Give a little bit of love, show some hearts on Facebook, give some comments, some emoticons. Thank you very much. Just to wrap it up quickly. So for those, first of all, guys, one question. How many of you will attend GoPro this year? Make a 2 in the chat. Okay, GoPro Recruiting Mastery. I'm pretty sure the event will happen. We will go through the winter. Spring is coming. And for those of you, specifically the girls, are you planning a Most Powerful Women event this year? Is it happening?
So right now the event is still in play. So we'll see. It's still kind of 2 months away from now. So we'll see how it's going to happen. Right now it's scheduled, but if we have to postpone it, then we will let everybody know. And I'm planning on doing, potentially, if it has to happen, I'm planning on doing something cool online during that time. And if we have to postpone it, then we will have more time to prepare and bring amazing and powerful people to the stage and have an amazing, amazing event. So one way or the other, it's going to happen. I just don't know exactly when.
Awesome. And you also mentioned the for the leadership mastermind, which I will be part of pretty soon. Already arranged with Daniela. So we talked yesterday. Danny and Stefania, part of many other top leaders. So if anyone has interest in that, we're going to share the links. And there's also the, of course, the Network Marketing Pro GPA, like the GoPro Academy, like the whole skill part where people also can start learning now, right? So these are things.
Yep.
Besides building, we have nothing else to fill the brain, right?
Yep. Exactly. Turn the GoPro Academy, because it has 100+ hours of content. Turn that into your Netflix. Turn that into the music into your ears, and let it play constantly, so it's affecting you on a subconscious level. And I'm seeing some of the, apparently guys are commenting, so if I'm not a guy, how, well, I'm not invited to the women's event. No, everybody's invited to the women's event. The reason why it is a women's event, and it's the way I call it, is because I'm putting only women on stage to showcase women. But if you're a smart man, you have to be in that room for a lot of different reasons. First of all, especially if you're a single man, there are a lot of beautiful, powerful women in that room, but also because network marketing is represented mostly by women. 77% of all distributors worldwide are women. So if you're a guy, chances are pretty excellent you have a lot of girls in your downline. So it's important for all of us to know what drives women, why they make a decision to join network marketing, what are the challenges they're facing being in the profession, the whole mom guilt, and all different things that we discuss in those events. If you're not a woman, may not personally help you, but it will definitely help you to deal with some of the challenges in your team. So
awesome. We're
that's
looking
the comment I want to leave about that.
once again for your super valuable time, and I think you gained many more fans right now regarding the beginning. I don't know, of course you knew with everything you just said. Just amazing. Look, I actually wrote 2 pages of stuff, so much important content. Yeah, and we will see you in the event halls of the world. Maybe one day at the beaches, who knows. Thanks once again, and say hi to Eric.
Thank you so much, guys, for having me. And one last thing I wanted to remind you, remember that network marketing is a gift. And if it's not for you, remember there are millions of people going to bed at night praying for a solution, and you might just have one. So face your fears, face the challenges and obstacles that we all have, for the ability to share this gift of network marketing with people who need your help. All right. I love you very much, and be safe and stay healthy. Okay.
Thank you. See you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.